So now we are discussing the purpose of boilers once again. For generating power, there are 6 points we have covered here. For generating power plant, for generating power in steam engines or steam turbines, we are using boiler. In textile industries, for sizing and bleaching of cloth, you know, so much types of printing and designing is there. Dyeing of cloth should be there, and bleaching should be there before coloring. So in textile industries, the boilers also used. And third, for heating the buildings in cold weather, and for producing the hot water for hot water supply, and these are used in cold areas mostly. And fourth, in the process industries like sugar, fertilizer industry and paper industry uses boilers also. And second last is the marine application. In marine application, boilers are used for producing steam and producing hot water and so many things. And last is the locomotives. Locomotives, basically locomotives are known as engines, and steam engines, when they were used, the boilers were used there for producing the steam. But nowadays it is obsolete. So I have mentioned that also because so many electric engines are using nowadays. So we have replaced these steam engines, almost all these steam engines, with the electric engines. Now next is the, just a minute. Yes. So this is the boiler classification. The boiler classification is based on 6 main criteria, and that criteria I have highlighted with the red font. So first criteria is on the basis of fluid. On the basis of fluid, water tube boilers and fire tube boilers are there, classified in 2 categories. And number 2 criteria is on the basis of application, and on the basis of application we have broadly classified the boilers into 4 types. Number 1, utility boilers. Number 2, industrial boilers. Number 3, marine boilers, you can say. And number 4 is locomotive boilers. Third criteria is on the basis of axis, whether the axis of your boiler is vertical or horizontal. If it is placed like this is horizontal. If it is placed like this, then it is vertical. So on the basis of axis of the boiler, we have categorized it into horizontal boilers and vertical boilers. And the next criteria is on the basis of fuel. So as we have already discussed in unit 1 and 2, that coal, wood, gas and diesel are the fuels which are used for generating electricity by one or the other process. So on the basis of fuel, boilers are classified according to the 4 types of category of fuel, like coal, wood, gas and diesel. And number 5, and this is very important, and as you can see here, the range is mentioned. So this could be asked in your PSUs or gate examination, or in the interviews they can ask. This is the main important point. You can underline it, or you can, while preparing notes, you can put a star mark over there. This is the point which is important from the objective questions point of view. So on the basis of pressure of boiler, we have categorized the boiler into 3 main categories. Number 1, high pressure boiler. Number 2, medium pressure boiler. And number 3, low pressure boiler. High pressure boilers where the pressure is more than 80 bars. Medium pressure boiler, the pressure ranges between 30 to 80 bars, and the pressure less than 30 bars would be applicable to the low pressure boiler. So this is the category. The range you should remember. And last is on the basis of circulation of water. On the basis of circulation of water, we have categorized the boilers into 2 main categories: natural circulation and forced circulation. So this is all about the classification. If the question has been asked that tell me the boiler classification or explain the boiler classification, so you can write like boilers are classified on the basis of 6 main categories, and you can elaborate them one by one then. And the next is why high pressure boilers are used. So high pressure, we are focusing on high pressure boilers. So where 30 bar pressure and steam rate of 30 tons per hour is required, the fire tube boilers are preferred due to lower cost. This point you should keep underlined, because this could also be asked into the question of PSUs, that when the pressure is less than 30 bar, which boiler is being used. This could be asked in the question like this. So the fire tube boilers are preferred where the pressure is around 30 bars and the steam rate of 30 tons per hour is needed, and it is preferred because of the lower cost. And in the power plant, if necessary, it is used to produce the steam at high pressure, high rate and high efficiency, because we want our power plant to work very efficiently. So for getting high efficiency, high rate and high pressure boilers are used. And then water tube boilers are also used for fire tube, as the ratings are concerned. Water tube and fire tube boilers both are used, where pressure is around 30 bars and steam rate of 30 tons per hour is required. And then the modern high pressure boilers are required are generate steam at the rate of 30 to 650 tons per hour and pressure up to 225 bars and temperature around 5500 degrees centigrade. This data you need to remember. Okay, while you are making notes, you can underline that or you can highlight that so that you can recall it whenever you will be studying from PSU's examination point of view. And high pressure boilers are reduced again to reduce the used to reduce the drum size. Okay. So this is the now this is the advantages of high pressure boiler. So due to the forced circulation of water, just a minute. Okay. So this is the point. Due to the forced circulation of water, evaporative capacity of the boiler is increased and the size of drum is reduced. Due to the high velocity of water, chances of scale formation is reduced, because we know that a scale, we have discussed that what are the challenges associated with the boilers and steam power stations equipment, because we know that the water is being circulated all over the area, and because of the scaling property of water, we have inserted the anti-scalant also. But if the water will be running through the high velocity, the scale formation tendency is reduced in steam power station. Number 3, due to the uniform heating, there is less chances of overheating also, because in high pressure boilers, uniform heating is there, so chances of overheating is decreased. And high temperature and pressure increases the plant efficiency, as we have already discussed. The steam can be raised quickly to meet the variable loads. This is the advantage of high pressure boiler. In high pressure boilers, if suddenly more load is coming, so we can produce more steam in high pressure boiler quickly. So in order to meet out the coming load, extra load requirement. And the high pressure boiler use modified draught system, which leads to reduction in modified draught system is used in high pressure boiler, which is used to lead the reduction in pollution. Pollution can be reduced by using high pressure boiler like this, because in high pressure boiler we use modified draught system. Then next is the different high pressure boilers. Different high pressure boilers are Lamont boiler. Number 1, there are few certain types of boilers. Lamont boiler is there, Benson boiler is there, Velox boiler is there, Loeffler boiler is there, Schmidt-Hartmann boiler is there, supercritical boiler is there, supercharged boiler is there, and fluidized bed combustion boiler. These are the some names of the high pressure boilers which are used, and we will discuss some of it also. So this is all about the different high pressure boilers category. Now we'll be discussing them one by one in next class.